This president deserves the support of the Black community because he's earned it.
There is a silent majority of us that see you, see what you're doing, see what you did for HBCU schools. That was actually the deal for us.
I wager to say that there is no American president since Lincoln that has had the impact for Black America that President Trump has had.
Joe Biden supported the crime bill in '94.
He has imprisoned Black America, basically.
Trump supported the NAACP and Black youth like myself in '87.
He's a businessman. He's bringing businesses back into America.
Bringing jobs back to America.
Bringing the truth back, and he's stopping needless wars.
My day is going to be amazing. I'm never going to forget this day. This day is historic.
In 2016, I made you a solemn pledge. I would be your greatest champion. In the first 3 years, we achieved the lowest Black unemployment rate in history. We achieved the largest job gains for African Americans on record. The poverty rate for African Americans reached the lowest level ever recorded. I did more for the Black community in 47 months than Joe Biden did in 47 years.
We cannot deny that that man has done everything that he has set out to do in record-breaking time. Can we say 3 years? Can we say 3 years?
We will create 3 million new jobs for the Black community, open 500,000 new Black-owned businesses, bring even greater fairness to the justice system. We did criminal justice reform.
I want to thank President Donald John Trump.
Create a ladder of opportunity for African American children by delivering school choice to every parent in America. Together we made unbelievable progress and achieved once unimaginable success. And with your support, your vote, and your voice, the best is yet to come.
You can expect us to come out in droves in your support. For absolute certain. That's a certainty.
Hello, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all for joining me today. So I had to show that Trump ad. I saw it and I was like, whoa, it is so inspirational. Yes, it's a few years old, as you can tell, but it's so good. When something is so good, it never grows old. So I wanted to share that with you. And just so you can see that everything that Donald Trump said he was going to do, he has completed. Pretty much. And even with all the craziness with the Russia hoax, all these impeachments that he had to go through with the just straight out tomfoolery is what I like to call it. And see what he could have done. Just imagine what he could have done if he didn't have to deal with all of that as well while he's trying to run things. And what the demon rats really wanted to do is try to prevent all the good that Donald Trump was doing so that it would not show up for what they never do. Because Democrats never keep their promises. They only lie. And it's because they own the media and they made Republicans try to make Republicans look like they're racist, and it's not true. Because I never even saw this Trump ad. They never said these things. In the media, I just didn't see them. This is my first time ever, yesterday was my first time ever seeing it. And I was like, wow, I cannot believe it. He actually made a pitch to African Americans, that pitch that I never heard until yesterday. That is absolutely just so wrong on so many levels. The media is working full time for the devil because everything the demon rats support is demonic and anti-God. It's anti-God, it's anti-America, it's anti-family, it's anti-children, it's anti-everything. They don't want you to have school choice. They brainwash our children. The demon rats do with their CRT, and at the corporate level, they have the DEI, and you see the violent riots at these colleges across the country. This is where we are right now. And we have wars all over the place. You think it's do you think it's a coincidence that Donald Trump, during his presidency, there were no wars? Do you think that's just a coincidence? Let me inform you that the evil powers that be, they do well when there's a war. They do well. And Americans suffer and lose their family members. Americans lose our lives needlessly while politicians in Washington get rich off of it. So you all, yes, we have to be mindful of what is really going on. It is no coincidence that there were no wars under Donald Trump. Peacetime, doing well financially, people were doing well. I was doing better. Interest rates were lower. They were low. They're high now. Gas prices, food prices, very high. All because of Jim Crow Joe, the current administration. Well, when you have a Democrat in office, things look horrible. Yes, I saw a documentary on presidents a while back, a few years ago, and Jimmy Carter, don't want to speak ill of him at all. He's from Georgia and he's living in his last days right now. But he had a horrible presidency, and being honest, it did not go well. And when Ronald Reagan came in, a Republican, America started to flourish again. So there is something with the policies of the Democrats that just don't work. And there's always a war. Or if there's a rhino Republican, you're going to have a war as well, because you have evil on both sides. But Donald Trump is not part of the establishment. So you do have politicians you have politicians, I meant to say, on both sides that do not like Donald Trump, because he comes in with the truth, cleaning up and looking out for the American people, not looking out for himself. He did not take a salary. So with the school choice, which all people want school choice, let's be clear. If your school is failing, you want the option to take your child to another school. Democrats are not for that. They are for you staying in a public school because they control the public schools. Yeah, they do. They want you to stay there on the Democrat plantation of your child, not knowing how to read at grade level. That is what they do, which is what the demon rats did during slavery. Did not want the slaves to know how to do what? Read. The demon rat party. That's what they are. And yeah, we want school choice. And what Donald Trump did for businesses, Black-owned businesses, all businesses really. But sometimes, you just got to be honest. Black people vote Democrat in excess of 90% of the time, usually, except they will not this time. But because of that, there is a movement to get Black people, Latino people to vote differently, because the Democrats have not done well for those communities. And yet those communities routinely vote for Democrats. It's like going back to an abusive lover over and over and over again. And they say, I'm going to do better. I promise I won't hit you again. They give you flowers, and the next day they punch you in the eye and break your nose. So that is what they do. They are an abusive lover. So you all, I thank you so much for watching that video. I really hope you enjoyed that ad. It was so heartwarming and inspiring. It really, really was. And I can't wait. Oh, and I want to say this. Someone has a birthday tomorrow. Not me. My birthday is February. It's Donald Trump's birthday tomorrow. Yes, he will be 78. Oh gosh, it's getting close to the big 80. Well, that's it for today's video. You all be blessed. Love God, love your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.